everyone, welcome back to Tea and Therapy. So in this video, I actually want to talk about something that come up on one of my other channels. I got a comment from somebody and it made me think about how I think especially as women, how we are told how to act or how to behave, and they always put an age next to it. So for example, this comment was from somebody, so I'd recently changed my hair and I've got these in here, and somebody commented that why at the age that I am, which is 50, why do I feel the need to put these type of things in my hair? Why can't I just be normal? Obviously I deleted that comment, but it did get me thinking. It did get me thinking because I thought my first instinct was almost like a disbelief that even in this day and age we still get this type of comment coming through. People just really do seem to, when they're unhappy within themselves, they feel the need to, in a way, project that onto other people and use anonymity online to attack people. If I live my life by how other people think I should live my life, then, well, I wouldn't really have much of a life to live, to be fair. So obviously, like I say, that comment got deleted, but it did make me think about how, especially, I'm sure that even men go through this, but mainly as women, we are told how to behave. I mean, I see it a lot, even whether it be in comments or in person. It's like, oh, for goodness sake, act your age, or, oh my God, why are you not acting like a 50-year-old? I mean, at the end of the day, who decides what a 50-year-old is supposed to act like? Where's the rule book that says, as a 50-year-old, I'm supposed to act a certain way, or any of us are? Is that saying act your age and not your shoe size? And I think what I want to say to you, because I know that predominantly women watch this channel, but I want to say it to anyone who watches this, no matter what age you are: be you, and be comfortably you. Do not listen to anyone that tells you how you should be, how you should dress, how you should act. If it's something that you want to do, do it. We have one life on this planet. And are you going to spend it making other people happy? I come on today and I just added some glitter to my hair because I felt like it. I change my look all the time. These are tape-in extensions, and I just decided that I wanted to put them in. Next week, I might change the colour and put blue in, or green, or yellow, or pink. Whatever I decide. And I want to say to you, if any of you ever sit there and worry about what you should or should not be doing, whether, I think for the most part, we spend so much of our life worrying about what we say or don't say. We don't want to be seen as, this word, or we don't want to be seen as crazy, or we don't want to seem like we're being too emotional, or we're being oversensitive. And I hear these words said so many times. And a lot of the time it's at the hands of men, but also a lot of the time it's women saying it to other women. It's like, where has sisterhood gone? I see so much of this on social media where I see women attacking women for no reason. Even if it's down to that they don't like what somebody has said. Rather than just saying, you know what, I don't agree with you, or actually maybe not even saying anything at all, but it becomes personal. It's, I've had it, and I'm on social media. If they don't like a video, they've watched a video of mine, they don't like it, rather than maybe just either blocking me or scrolling past, they feel the need to come on and not only tell me how much they disagree about but then they start making it personal. Like they'll comment on that I've got a fat face, or they might comment on my hair or my look or something, which is completely irrelevant. The day I start worrying about what other people say about me is the day I hang my hat up. I couldn't do the job that I do if I was worrying about everything that somebody said, especially someone that hides behind a keyboard that's to say it. You know, most people that do this type of thing don't have the guts to say something like that to a person in real life, you know, but the sad thing here is that a lot of people become so affected by it. And this is where online bullying takes a hold. If we raise our children to not put so much importance on bullying, to understand that actually social media is a great tool if it's used in the right way, but if it's starting to affect your mental health, switch it off. It is not the be all and end all. You know, I love what I do, but if my mental health was being affected so much, I literally would delete it, because I know that my job, I can carry on doing what I'm doing. It doesn't have to have any bearing on social media. However, I've learned within myself, I've gone through trolling. I've gone through really, really bad trolling. And I'm not saying that it doesn't affect you. I think you'd have to be a robot to, especially when you're getting it from everywhere. But pushing through it, you know, at the time, I was very lucky to have a good support system. And I think that's the thing with a lot of people, is sometimes when they go through something is they don't. And if you don't have a good support system, what I would say is switch it off. Because if you're not seeing it, it doesn't affect you. But I think the thing with me is that even at the age that I am, to still feel that that people they feel that they have the right to critique me. They have the right, which in a way, they can do what they want, but then so can I, and so can you. If you are rocking pink hair and you've got someone going, well, you know, that's really immature, and you know, you're however old you are and you shouldn't be doing that. They don't have your best interests at heart. You know, a friend should love you regardless of the choices you make about your hair, the choices you make. You know, if you want to walk out in a pink tutu and purple leggings, go do it, go rock it. You know, and I think, you know, it's sad that we are in some ways in society, we are so accepting in some ways, and then in others we're not. And social media definitely seems to be a breeding ground for that. So for me, I'm quite a stubborn person. So if someone tells me not to do it, I'm more than likely going to go ahead and do it anyway, and probably, you know, do more, because I will not let somebody tell me what to do. Nobody owns you. Nobody. You are the leading lady, the leading man in your own life, and you get to decide how you live that. Now, I'm not saying that maybe you've got a friend who, you know, you're putting something on and you've asked for an opinion, and then they give you an honest opinion, and you might not like that. That's different, because you've asked for that opinion, and I'm guessing that you would want that person to be honest. However, it is still then your choice to decide whether or not you want to take that opinion. If you're wearing something and you love it, and you say to your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, what do you think? And they kind of go, well, I don't like it. I wouldn't wear it. I don't think it looks that great on you. It's amazing how some people will then change their own opinion of what they're wearing, even if 5 minutes before that they loved it, because somebody has given a negative view on it. So what I would say is thank that person for their opinion, because at the end of the day, it is subjective to them. And if you want to wear it anyway, and own it. You know, and I think that that's part of the problem today, is that unfortunately we put so much stock in other people's views and opinions. We are terrified to be who we are, and a lot of the time we don't know who we are, because we're spending so much time almost looking for validation elsewhere. If you love who you are, then embrace that. If there are aspects of you that you feel that you need to change, regardless of what somebody else says, then that's on you to do that. If you're changing Because every time you come into contact with somebody, they don't like something you say, something you wear, something you do, you're never going to find out who you are. You're never going to know who you are, because it's going to be constantly changing to make other people happy. And it might mean along the way that you might lose people in your life once you start standing up for yourself. But then you've got to ask yourself, were they really there in the first place? If you're losing people that you believe are friends because you're starting to change and come into your own or stand up for yourself, then, like I say, they don't have your best interests. What they want is the person that they want you to be. And when you don't align with that, they don't want to know. And that's why sometimes you find out who your friends are in the hardest of times. Because good friends, good people that love you, when it's love, they might call you out on some things, but they're still with you regardless. They stand by your side, even when you're making sometimes some crazy choices, and they're like, what are you doing? But you know what? Love is deeper than that. Love isn't shallow. You know, love isn't, I'm going to be with you for all the time you do stuff for me, or you're valuable to me, I'm getting something from that. Love is, you know what, I see you warts and all, I see you making crazy choices, I see you experimenting, I see you trying to find yourself, don't always agree with it, but you know what, I love you anyway, and I'm sticking with you. They're the type of people you want in your life. And sometimes it can be a lonely place while you're trying to find that, but then get in touch with you. Learn to be your own best friend. Because if you can be by yourself and not feel alone and lonely, you've got this. And so then when you do have people in your life, they're going to be the right people. I can literally tell you, I have lost so many people in my life. And most of that started to happen when I started to become a therapist, because I started to realize that I was a yes person. And I would always say yes to everything that people wanted of me, or I changed to make somebody else happy. But when I wanted something from them, they weren't there. But I would just be like, oh, that's fine. But when I started looking into myself and starting to do the work on myself, I started to realize, actually, this is one-sided. So I started to stand up for myself, started to say no, started to step outside of my comfort zone. And that's when you started to see people for who they are. Now, I've got people in my life that I've known, like my oldest friend I've known since I was 10 years old, and we're still good friends. You know, I've got people in my life that I've known for years and have stuck with me as I've stuck with them, because that's a true friendship. That's family that I've chosen. And they've chosen me. But I've also lost friends that I thought were family, and when it came to it, they weren't. So I hope this video helps you in trying to stand up for who you are, being your own best friend. And it's not easy. And what I would say is go back to one of my videos that I did earlier, which is the baby step method. Sometimes when you're creating changes in your life, it's difficult. And I wouldn't say jump straight into eliminating people or making these drastic changes. You can, but what I probably would say is just do something small and then sit with how that feels, because sometimes it can be uncomfortable, especially if you're doing something that's out of your comfort zone, where you've been so busy being a yes person. But sit with it. It's uncomfortable, but keep doing it until in the end it's not uncomfortable anymore. And that's when it's integrated and you know you've got this. And so if you can do it with one thing, you can do it with another. Sit with how it feels if you've got a friend who's very challenging, or somebody that wants to control you and have you do everything that they want, but yet when you need them, they're not there. Ask yourself, what are you getting from this? And it is sometimes hard to let go of a person, especially if they've been in your life a long time. But like I say, you have one life. And if you're not living your best life, ask yourself why. And so to the person who thought that it was okay to message me on my other channel and tell me that for the 50 years of age that I shouldn't be wearing this hair, I say thank you for the view. and I'll decline that comment, and I am going to do what I want to do when I want. And like I say, next week I might be rocking blue. I haven't decided yet. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you know somebody that's going through something like this, please share it with them. Maybe this will help them. If you've liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to treat me to a cuppa, the link is in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you don't want to miss future uploads, please think about doing so. If you haven't seen my other channels, I have 2 other channels, which is TNT, which is where I talk about the royal family, Harry and Meghan, narcissism. I also have Coffee and Celebrities, where I'm also doing a similar thing, but I'm talking about celebrities, and I psychoanalyze sort of some of their behaviour. I'm doing past and present, and in the meantime, my video that has been uploaded is about Norma Jean Baker, as you know, who turned into Marilyn Monroe. So go across and watch that if that's something that you might like. You can also drop in the comments somebody that you would like me to look into. I've got a long list, but you can add to that. That's fine. So yeah, so in the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, whatever you're doing, and I hope that you get something from the videos that I put up there in whichever platform you look at. But look after yourself as always, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.